Welcome to Royal Niestern Sander. We design, build, maintain, repair and renew ships. We're also specialized in complex ship conversions. With over 100 years of knowledge and experience, Royal Niestern Sander can handle all challenges. Royal Niestern Sander is a 100% Dutch shipyard. We're a versatile and modern yard. To satisfy our customers has our highest priority. Our service on ships is characterized by quality, craftsmanship and innovation. We take good care of your ship. Niestern Sander has a direct connection to the North Sea and has 3 locations. Our inland shipbuilding and repair location in Farmsum, floating docks in the port of Delfzijl, and our service point in Eemshaven. Today, you are a guest at one of these locations. During your visit, we think your safety is of great importance. Therefore, always follow the instructions of your host or hostess, even when the emergency signal sounds. We have heavy materials on our sites and we work with risky tools. When you visit working locations, you have to wear a blue helmet. Niestern Sander has a good first aid organization. They assist when emergencies occur. You can recognize them by their orange helmet and green overall. These are also our supervisors. Our first aid staff are recognizable by a bright green helmet. In the event of an emergency, the parking space is the designated place to assemble. Niestern Sander has fixed work locations, such as shipbuilding, a repair ramp, and the dock location. When you start working at one of these locations, you'll get a port instruction at our head office. We will verify your identity, your diplomas and certificates. You will then receive an access badge. This access badge is strictly personal. You can enter the work locations with your badge. Our work locations are subject to the European rules of the International Port Security. It's mandatory to use your badge to arrive at the location so that you're registered as present. Ensure that you do not grant unauthorized access to one of our work locations. After you have registered, you'll go to the supervisor you've been assigned. Your supervisor will guide you through the work location and offer you a wardrobe. He'll also tell you what your duties will be and the risks involved. Always be prepared for your duties. Before you start work, consider how you want to do the work and what you need. If you have any questions about the work or how to perform it safely, ask your supervisor. Remember to work according to the best safety standards. To start your work, you can get tools and personal protective equipment at the warehouse. The warehouse employee records your data when issuing materials and tools. Make sure you visually inspect all tools before you start working with them. Our tools are labeled with inspection stickers and color codes. After your working day, you must return all tools to the warehouse. Report any defects so that they can be repaired. Working at or on a ship has many risks. A lot of people often work together in small spaces. Heavy materials and tools are used and work is often done at height. Ask yourself where the danger can come from and choose a good working position. We ask extra attention for the following dangers. Working with angle grinders is risky. Always use the handles and work with 2 hands on the machine. Use a face screen. If you want to replace a grinding wheel, remove the power plug from the socket. For grinding machines on air, the air stroke must be disconnected. Working at height is done in many ways. Consider in advance what resources you need. Always use the correct fall protection. Consult this with the warehouse or your supervisor. When working above the water in a work basin on a crane, you must also align yourself. It's important that you can communicate directly with the crane operator. Use a two-way radio if possible. Dropping materials and working on top of each other must be prevented. When working on a scaffolding, you may not adjust it. Also check if the scaffolding card is present and up to date. Working in confined spaces is only permitted with the permission of your supervisor. He has the results of the inspection of the confined spaces by official bodies. Our gas and oxygen discipline applies to working in confined spaces. It's mandatory to close the gas and oxygen tap and remove the hoses from the rooms when you leave the workplace. The overhead cranes, forklifts and tower cranes may only be operated by employees with a valid certificate. Finally, you must take the environment into account. Waste must be separated as much as possible and nothing may end up in the water. If this happens unexpectedly, report it immediately to your supervisor. When you have finished your working day, return the borrowed tools and personal protective equipment to the warehouse. Book your worked hours on the correct project numbers. This data is necessary to process your salary. Working safe. Prepare, think, and talk. We wish you a nice time at Niestern.